Hello, my dear sister, and congratulations, we're the same type. Yay for INFJs! Yay! I don't know if you heard that, but we were being booed by the boy. And actually, he and I were just having a conversation about, well, and it got me thinking further about the different types, because he's a much different type than you and I are. And even when you and I are together, we're obviously not the same. We don't express our types in the same way. Because however the scale is balanced, if you have more introversion than extroversion, obviously you're going to be in the same type, but maybe not on the same scale. So it's an interesting concept of how the different types interact with each other, but also how then that type is expressed alone versus with someone of the other type, or the same type rather, versus with someone of the complete opposite type. Human behavior and character is absolutely fascinating, and you really get to see how individual people are, because even though there are like 16 types, there obviously aren't only 16 different people in the world like walking around out there. Only 16 personalities. So it's all about adaptation to your surroundings, to the people around you, etc., etc. So food for thought. As far as your discussion on synecdoche, I've never actually seen the movie. I've heard talk about it, but I really think that the idea of being the star of your own movie is kind of self-indulgent, because that assumes that you are the most important thing happening in your life, when clearly there are times when you are not the most important thing in your life, that there are other things that take precedence, whether it be some sort of cause or belief, or I don't know, something on the grander scale. So if you're the main character of your movie and the center of your world, then that doesn't really give you much freedom to engage in the larger sort of social or political or spiritual or whatever sorts of questions that obviously you are only one teeny tiny part of, rather than like the big picture. So again, more food for thought. On that note, well, sort of diverging a little, but I still think you'll find this interesting. I am reading this book called Popular Politics and the English Reformation, which sounds fantastically interesting, but it actually is. And it's actually discussing this exact thing of how individual actions go towards aiding or detracting from a larger event that's occurring that they don't necessarily have any control over, nor do they maybe even have any influence over, but just by their sort of either complicit actions or protesting actions, they sort of find themselves, normal people doing one small or two small things, are existing in a sort of larger framework, what we historians like to call forces. I bring it up for two reasons. For that discussion about the individual versus the collective importance, and secondly because I'm remembering a conversation that we were having over the summer about some of the background to religious beliefs and what makes one denomination, etc., etc., different from another. And there's a lot of interesting conversations about that. Not necessarily about like some of the denominations that we were talking about, but at least some good discussion. So someday I might lend it to you or something. As far as my challenge, I will do it, and I have an idea, and I will tell you more about that next time, when hopefully it's done. But for now, I have to go. Bye.